So good morning, everyone. Andy, can you hear my voice? Okay, Andy, the last class anyway. Unexpectedly had a health issue. Tested positive anyway. Slowly for today and tomorrow, I'll conduct one small online classes today and tomorrow. And from Thursday, had a full-fledged offline with online class again. Right, I am under recovery anyway. I'll take a small class and one small concept anyway. So the last class, that is on 25th. That is on 25th class, this one. I uploaded the notes to you. This is on 25th. Batch processing, where we are collecting multiple queries as a batch and executing on database product. The concept, we call it as batch processing concept. The batch processing can be done by using statement and prepared statement. Both programs are available with you. Batch processing using statement, we can update multiple database tables. Batch processing using prepared statement, we can update same database table instead of updating multiple database tables. Advantage of batch processing, the execution control transfers from the Java program to database product only once and executes all multiple queries on DB product, so that your execution time will be saved and high performance will be generated. If anybody asked what is the difference between batch processing and procedures, means using procedure, we can execute all types of queries, create, insert, select, update, and delete. Using batch processing, you can execute only non-select queries like create, insert, update, and delete, but you cannot do batch. You cannot do select query with your batch process. So these are the theoretical informations you had. And one concept left, one or two concepts left anyway. And today's small concept is types of result set objects. Types of result set objects, small concept. So based on the cursor or header movement, based on the cursor movement, the result set objects are categorized into two types: non-scrollable result set objects and scrollable result set objects. Two types will be there. Non-scrollable result set objects means, in non-scrollable result set objects, the cursor is moved only in one direction. The cursor is moved only in one direction, from top of the table data to bottom of the table data. Only one direction it moves. Scrollable result set object means, in scrollable result set objects, the cursor is moved in both directions, forward and backward. Cursor is moved in both directions, forward and backward. Already you know, suppose I'll cross check. So there is one table known as product 34 had a table. Insert into some names I am inserting. Some records 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records available here. So product 41 not there because I'm not in the Hyderabad now. I'm under medical recovery now. Still I am isolated. I'm testing my energy whether I can speak or not since morning for 2 days, today and tomorrow. Right. So this is the table I had now. This is the table we had. Columns. Like this. This is the table. Sub product. So already you know that data will come to the operating system into buffer it comes. This is operating system buffer anyway. This is OS buffer. Already you know. Now this is operating system buffer. From there, the data will come to our location. The data will come to our location. That is result set. Column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, and column number 4. Here the cursor will be there. This is the cursor imagination we had. This is result set. The result set object. Now the data is available from this buffer to here. You know this concept already. Now that movement of cursor. The movement of cursor. The movement of cursor on result set object. Only our concept. We're imagining the cursor. If we can move the cursor only in one direction, from top of the table data to bottom of the table data, we call it as non-scrollable because the cursor moves only in one direction. If we can move the cursor in two directions, we can call it as Scrollable. Scrollable means scrolling like this, moving the cursor up and down. That's called scrolling. So now you understood what is non-scrollable, what is scrollable now. Non-scrollable means the cursor moves only in one direction, top to bottom. Scrollable means we can move the cursor in two directions. Up to now, whatever the data, whatever the programs you completed, whatever the programs you typed, based on the result set, that all comes under non-scrollable. So up to now, scrollable related program be not executed. Now let us execute that program now. Make it like this. The following are the syntaxes used to generate scrollable result set objects. The syntax. Syntax for creating scrollable result set object. Using statement, using prepared statement. Two syntaxes are available here. No need to use this because here the statement already made. One for statement and one for prepared statement we had. This is for statement, this is for prepared statement. Here type and mode. Already you know how to create object for statement. STM is equal to con.create statement, parameter type and mode. Prepared statement PS is equal to con.prepare statement. Here query will be passed, query structure, nothing but. Query structure as parameter followed by type and mode. Now this is the syntax of statement, this is the syntax of prepared statement. Then what is this type and mode? What is this type and mode? Here I given type and mode. Type specifying the direction of cursor. Direction of cursor you can say. And mode specifies the action to be performed, read or update. Type is saying that the cursor moves in what direction, whether it has to move top of the table data to bottom of the table data, or it has to move in two directions. So type is going to decide it, the direction of the cursor. And mode will decide what action you are going to perform it, what action you are going to be performed. Read action or update action, what action will be prepared. That's called type and mode. In the type we had options here. In mode we had options here. In the type it says that type forward only. If I say type forward only, the cursor moves only in one direction. If I say type scroll, the cursor moves in two directions, down and up. Insensitive and sensitive meaning is what, sir? Type scroll insensitive, type scroll sensitive. Insensitive, the meaning is nothing but whenever you make some change here, the change will not occur here. The change will not occur in the buffer. That's called insensitive. Suppose the change occurred here, the change also occurs here. That's called sensitive. If a change occurs here, the change also occurs here. That's called sensitive. Insensitive and sensitive. Insensitive and sensitive. If a change occurs here, the change is not occurred here, insensitive. The change occurred here, the change also occurs here. That's called sensitive. So sensitive, insensitive. Type scroll insensitive, type scroll sensitive. Now, sir, what are these numbers then? Instead of writing this field, suppose instead of writing this field name, You can write one number also. You can write one number. I'll show you that practical to you now. Just like this. I'll take a program. Let me cross check. Where is my test? Now I am taking a program. DBcon 17. I'm taking. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate of local host colon 1521 colon x system and here we had statement STM is equal to con dot create statement. Normal statement I am creating now. Result set RS is equal to STM dot execute query select star from product 34 product 34. The data is available on the result set anyway. While RS dot next. Now I am moving the cursor only in one direction because it's a normal non-scrollable result set object. This is RS dot get a string of whether it is working or not. Let me cross check. New environment. Not used to commit. Commit means then it will come. So answer is coming anyway. So it is normal display, but our intention is what now? Scrollable result set object. We have to move the header in two directions. We have to move it. So for that, now I'll use one type here. See that. Execute, sorry, this one, type and mode. Type and mode. I must pass type and mode as parameter. So type means among these three, I must select any one. mode among these two, I must select any one. This is read only, this is update. So this is static now. So like this, result set dot type type scroll insensitive. I'll select it like this. Under type, I will select result set dot type scroll insensitive. That's a way of selecting. So whenever you want to type the mode here. No. Result set dot concur read only like this. This is a syntax. This is for type. Sorry, this is for mode. This is for type and this is for mode. Why means that fields are static fields of your result set. You cannot see it. Very lengthy, it cannot be fitted here. So they are static now. You have to call with class names or in interface name. Result set dot type scroll insensitive. Now what happened now? You can move the cursor in two directions. To move the cursor in two directions, some methods are available with us. Once you selected type scroll insensitive, once you selected your conquer read only, then we can move the cursor in two directions and we can have an option of moving the cursor in two directions. Whenever we want to move the cursor in two directions, there are some methods. The following are some methods used to control cursor on scrollable result set object. The following are some methods used to control cursor on scrollable. One is after last, one method is there. By using this after last method, we can move the cursor after the last row. Generally, the cursor will be pointing before the first row here. The cursor will be pointing before the first row here. You can move the cursor directly after the last row. You can move it. If you want, you can move it. It's called after last. Again, if you want to move back again to the current position, that is before the first row, we had before first. Whenever we want to move the cursor in backward directions, we had a method known as previous. Whenever we want to move the cursor in forward direction, we had a method known as next. Sir, I want to make the cursor point to first row. That is called first. I want to make the cursor to point to the last row. That is called last. Suppose many records are there. Imagine some 500 records are there. I want to move the cursor to the record 50 directly, means absolute of 50. Move the cursor to the specified row number. If you say absolute of 200, the cursor will go and stop at row number 200. If I say 250, go and stop at 250. So absolute of some row number you can give it. Moves the cursor to the specified row number. Means we are having control over the cursor indirectly. Relative moves the cursor from the current position in forward direction. The meaning, if I say absolute, if I say absolute of 12, absolute of 10, if I said example, the cursor will go and stop at row number 10. From there, I can say relative plus 1, means the cursor will go to 11. If the cursor is at 10, if I say relative minus 1, the cursor will come to 9. Means moves the cursor from the current position in forward and backward direction by increment or decrement. Like this, we can have control over the cursor in scrollable result set object. You are either given two options to you. If you want to have a normal construction of scrollable result set, means non-scrollable result set, where the cursor moves automatically from top of the table data to bottom of the table data only in one direction. No, I want to make the cursor to move in two directions. Then you are either given scrollable result set object, scrollable result set. There the process is you have to take type and move, and this is the syntax. First statement. Now let me display the data. Now let me display the data in reverse. Display products in reverse. In reverse, the meaning is nothing but last row come as in first row for display. For that, I must move the cursor to last. For this, I am using after last here. RS dot after last. Now cursor pointing. Cursor pointing. Cursor pointing after the last row. When the cursor is pointing after the last row, now we can display in reverse. RS dot previous. We can move the we can display in reverse order. A100 and so on. All of you can see the display. So the first row is coming as in last row, means we can move the cursor to after last. Cursor to after last. So like this, we can have control over the cursor indirectly. We can have control over the cursor. This is your original table. So after the program, we had this one displayed in reverse. That's my intention here. Suppose the same thing I want to do with the prepared statement anyway. Same thing I want to do with the prepared statement. Write test dot star java dot sql. Now it is prepared statement. Here also query structure. In prepared statement, we had a query structure. Here. Type means like this. Here query structure is first and followed by type and step. Here we had the display looks same. I'm using previous. So that it displays normally. This is normal display. My intention is absolute rs dot absolute of some 3 means third row is displayed. Display row 3. One, two, three. See, row number 3 is displayed. That's called absolute. Display the row 3 means the absolute of 3 indirectly. So absolute method is working. Absolute of 3. So answer is coming anyway. So absolute method is working. So we can go with relative also like this. Relative plus 1. rs dot relative yes. So fourth row must be displayed. One, two, three, four. Fourth row is displayed. All of you can see the methods are working. Just I'm showing that the methods are working. These are the syntaxes. All of you understood this? Says or no? So result set objects can be two types now. One is non-scrollable. In non-scrollable, the cursor moves only in one direction from top of the table data to bottom of the table data. The scrollable result set object, the cursor is moved in both directions, forward and backward. To educate that, we had a type and move and read once and run these two programs and comfortable. Right. Today, I'll stop the class. Small topic, read it and run it and come. I'll upload the notes as usual. After 15-20 minutes, I'll upload the notes to you. Right. So tomorrow also I'm running small online class. Then Wednesday class will not be there. So Thursday onwards, both classes, online, offline. I'm available for online, offline, both classes. I take a break because Wednesday means my test will come out and negative test. After that, I'll travel to Hyderabad. Correct. Thank you very much for today. So do that and come. Thank you very much.